This is Delaware, Ohio, pacing capital of the whole wide world. More specifically, you are looking out across the Delaware County Fairgrounds and its lightning-fast half-mile track, which will shortly become the scene of battle for 15 of the finest 3-year-old pacers in the land as they go to the post in the 8th renewal of the famed Little Brown Jug. Today's jug purse is a record $69,332, and the owners of the 15 colts and fillies which are entered have voted to race under the new U.S. Trotting Association elimination plan. The field has thus been divided by lot into 2 divisions. The horses in each division, 8 in one and 7 in the other, will race 2 heats. All winners will then come back to race it off in a 5th heat that determines the jug champion. Here's a good slow-motion shot of the pacer. The type of harness horse is contrasted to the trotter, which will race in the jug. Notice how the legs on the same side move forward and backward in unison. This is Phantom Lady, a brown jug contender with Frank Irvin in the sulky. Here are the men who made the jug. This is Joe Neville, Delaware attorney and horseman, and this is Hank Thompson, Delaware newspaper publisher. These are the jug queens who reign at the crowning of the winner. Another Jug Day feature is the sale of these yearlings by the Ohio Breeders' Sales Company. On both the eve and the morning of the jug, these youngsters are lined up and led through the sales ring where they find new owners. Before the jug can be raced, the track must be prepared. The starting gate, which has revolutionized the sport, has to make its appearance. The local high school band and its majorettes have to get tuned up. And the blacksmith has to do his part, for without a hard-working and competent smithy, no race can be won. Down in the paddock, grooms attend to late chores. And drivers exchange last-minute pleasantries before the signal that sends them into battle is sounded. For the public, there's the business of getting down a wager or two. And here they come, the horses in the first division of the Little Brown Jug. These pacers will go 2 heats, and heat winners will come back to face horses which have won heats in the other division. Number 1 is Ensign Lad, Benny Shoe in the sulky. Then Jug Chief with Del Cameron. Meadow Gold with Dale Miller. Earl's Ensign with Billy Houghton. Cimarron's Forbes with Dana Cameron. Diamond Hal with Joey O'Brien. Queen's Adios with Jimmy Hackett. And Phantom Lady with Frank Irvin. Diamond Hal and Queen's Adios are co-favored at 2-1. Phantom Lady, who equaled the world's filly record here earlier in the week, is third choice at just over 2-1. And here they come. Starter Riley Couch gets them off smartly, and in the first turn, it's Jug Chief along the rail with Earl's Ensign and Queen's Adios on the outside. the backstretch, Queen's Adios moves up to take the lead from Jug Chief. Diamond Howl is moving on the outside, but he can't make the top. Jug Chief is third, and Earl's Ensign fourth. Diamond Howl keeps going and makes the head end as they come through the stretch the first time. They have to go twice around this half-mile track to cover the standard mile distance. The last horse is Phantom Lady, but she's beginning to move now. Meadow Gold goes off straight on the outside as Queen's Adios moves up to take the lead. Phantom Lady is still coming on as Diamond Howl begins to tire. Ensign Lad is also moving. Phantom Lady moves out for a momentary challenge, but then tucks back into the two-hole for a breather. Billy Houghton is right there with Earl's Ensign. And here comes Phantom Lady again. It's Phantom Lady coming on the outside to win it by a length. And here she is, back in the winner's circle, Phantom Lady, illustrious daughter of Volomite, who has yet to lose a race this year, although she's dropped a couple of heats. Phantom Lady paid $6.60 to win and paced her mile in 2-1 and 2/5, equaling the world's half-mile track record for fillies, which she established here earlier this week. Phantom Lady was bred and is owned by the Walnut Hall Farm of Donerail, Kentucky, and has been trained and driven throughout her career by the veteran Frank Irvin. Queen's Adios finished second and Ensign Lad third.
The second division kicks off, and one of the top contenders, Adios Harry, puts on an impressive showing for the visitors of Delaware.
The fans have settled back now and are ready for the next heat. Marshal Helen Pyle leads them to the post, and these are the horses for the first heat of the second division. There's My Scotch Belle with Billy Kern. Adios Harry with Maury McDonald. Excellent Chief with Ralph Baldwin. Meadow Pace with Joey O'Brien. Highland Laird with Gene Bell. Walker Bird with Frank Irvin. And Dale Frost with Del Miller. Meadow Pace, the Winterbuck favorite, who's been lame most of the summer, is favored at 4-5. Adios Harry is 9-5, and My Scotch Belle 6-1. They're off in near perfect alignment with Adios Harry getting the lead. In the backstretch, Dale Frost moves up to challenge Adios Harry, but settles for second place with My Scotch Belle third and Highland Laird fourth. a good close-up of the leader, Adios Harry. It's the first time past the stands, and nobody's willing to make a pass at Adios Harry. They're all biding their time as they wheel into the lower turn in single file order. First to move is My Scotch Belle as young Billy Curran scoots her out of the third place and goes after the leaders. Around the last turn, and they're really taking out after Adios Harry now. But they're not going to catch him this time. No, sir. Driver McDonald has a lot of horse, and he doesn't even have to go to the whip as they near the wire. It's Adios Harry by almost 3 lengths with Dale Frost second and My Scotch Belle third. Adios Harry is owned by a Harrington, Delaware chicken farmer, J. Howard Lands, who bought the colt at auction as a yearling for $4,200. Adios Harry is the son of Adios, the famous pacing sire. Driver McDonald is a transplanted Canadian who's been a successful horseman for many years. Adios Harry paid $5.60 to win and was timed in 2 1 3/5 in scoring his handy victory. Owner Lyons is quite a fellow. When Harry's racing, he's around the paddock to help the groom. He also does some driving, although not in a race like the Jug. Here he is now with his pacing pride and joy.
In this installment of Masterpiece Theater, the second heat of the first division of the 1954 Little Brown Jug gets underway with Phantom Lady as the new favorite.
The horses are on the track for the second heat of the first division. Phantom Lady has been made the choice at 1-2, with Queen's Adios at 5-2 and Diamond Hal at 5-1. If a horse doesn't win this heat, he doesn't qualify for a crack at the final race off And the Roses, cash and silverware that go with a Jug victory. Here they come with Phantom Lady along the rail. Earl's Ensign, however, goes out for and gets the early lead. That's Cimarron's Forbes ranging up now to take the lead away from Meadow Gold with Earl's Ensign third. Phantom Lady's fourth and Queen's Adios fifth. Observe the near poetic beauty of these high-flying pacers as they round the turn in slow motion. Cimarron's Forbes is still the leader at this point, with Meadow Gold moving out to challenge. At the halfway point, it's Meadow Gold, followed by Cimarron's Forbes and Earl's Ensign. Phantom Lady is out now and going after the leader. Phantom Lady is gaining, and Queen's Adios is also on the move. Around the turn in slow motion, it's Phantom Lady in the middle with Meadow Gold along the rail and Queen's Adios on the outside. Here's the finish with Queen's Adios getting up to win as Phantom Lady makes a tired break and goes off stride. Meadow Gold is second and Cimarron's Forbes third. Queen's Adios, as the name indicates, is also a son of Adios. Young Jim Hackett is driving him for the famed Castleton Farm of Lexington, Kentucky. Queen's Adios has been racing mostly at the county fairs this year, but it looks like he's ready for the big boys now. Take a bow, Jim. As second choice, Queen's Adios paid $7.40 and was timed in 2.4 and 2.5. Queen's Adios, along with Phantom Lady in the same division, have now qualified for the final heat. In the race off against those two, it will be Adios Harry, and whichever horse wins the fourth heat, the second heat of the second division.
In Part 5 of Masterpiece Theater, we take you to the final qualifying heat of the 1954 Little Brown Jug. Pressure mounts as the horses fight for the last spot in the final heat. But first, they must get through Adios Harry, the winner of the first heat and the heavy favorite.
The issue is more closely drawn now, and the big crowd of more than 40,000 settles back to await the next round. Adios Harry on the rail is a 1-2 favorite to repeat as the horses come in behind the gate. Adios Harry has the lead with Meadow Pace second and Highland Laird dropping back on the outside. It's still Adios Harry as they pass the stands for the first time. Meadow Pace and Dale Frost are right there. My Scotch Belle makes the first move as she comes out of fourth, and Parker Bird is right with her. Meadow Pace moves out of the two-hole, and he's challenging also. They're really rolling now. Never mind, boys. It's too late. Adios Harry has plenty left, and he holds middle pace safe to win by a good length. This means that Adios Harry, who was timed in 2 2 3/5 and paid $3, will race it off against Queen's Adios and Phantom Lady for the final 20% of the purse. Take all.
In the thrilling final installment of the 1954 Little Brown Jug, only 3 horses remain: Phantom Lady, Adios Harry, and Queen's Adios. 2 horses will be sent packing, as the first across the finish line will be greeted with trophies, flowers, and a spot alongside Harness Racing's greats.
And here they are, Pacing's big 3, a filly and 2 colts. Leading the way to the post is Phantom Lady. The odds against her winning are 3 to 1. Adios Harry, next in line, is the public choice at the prohibitive rate of 2 to 5. Behind him is Queen's Adios, also a 3 to 1 shot. These 3 are all that are left from among 759 standardbreds that were nominated to the Little Brown Jug as yearlings, and in a short while, 2 of them are going to fall by the wayside. Only 3 of them behind that gate now, and once again it's Adios Harry bursting out on top with Queen's Adios on the outside. Queen's Adios tries briefly to make the front and then drops back to third behind Phantom Lady. Adios Harry still leads. Around the turn, it's the same order with Adios Harry setting pretty much his own pace. That last half mile to go, and still no change in the order. Last time down the backstretch now, and in a moment you'll begin to see them open up for the final drive. There, Jim Hackett is first out with Queen's Adios, and Phantom Lady goes too. The clip is tremendous. Around the final turn they roll in a symphony of speed, with Adios Harry maintaining his lead under stout pressure. Through the lane, it's Adios Harry just as he pleases. He's going easily as the others try desperately to catch up, but they can't do it today. It's Adios Harry all the way. Time for the mile is 2 2 3/5, and Adios Harry pays $2.80 to win. And here he comes back to the winner's circle with the flower bearers and the blanket holders ready to greet him. The Little Brown Jug blanket is displayed, and Joe Neville congratulates owner Lyons and his son and poses with them for the photographers. Portrait of a great pacing champion, Adios Harry, winner of the 1954 Little Brown Jug. Owner Lyons and sponsor Neville stand with the winner, who collected better than $26,000 for his afternoon's work. And now the new champ leaves the circle and heads back for the barn. It's been a tough day for Adios Harry, but he made it look easy. As his owner said in the winner's circle, too bad he was a little bit off, or he'd really have shown you something. Man, oh man, he must be something when he's right. That's a real racehorse, that one. A champion from the word go.